Alright, so time to take a look at Once Upon a Forest. It's one of my childhood favorites. Growing up, one of the movies I watched a lot on a VHS. And it tells of the Fairlings. It's got Michael Crawford voicing Cornelius. Michael Crawford, you may know from The Phantom of the Opera. And it's about these three Fairlings named Abigail, who is a wood mouse, Edgar, who is a mole, and Russell, who is a hedgehog. And there's also another one whose name I forget, but she's Cornelius' niece, his niece. So, right away, we see that these three, they have families, and they have to go to schools, and goes back to school, and they're taught by Cornelius. Cornelius shows them his little flying machine. He has a little one, and he plans on making a bigger one. They're messing around with it. They get, too overzealous, and they bump the bookshelf. It falls, and a book falls on it that says Gravity. I did kind of laugh at that because that's kind of funny. And then you get a good joke with like that. A book falls on it, book says Gravity. I laughed. This is followed by Cornelius saying, "Great honk." What do I do with that? What is great honk? He says it again at the end of the movie too, but I have no idea what it means. So Cornelius says he has a surprise. He does the R's. Surprise for the Fairlings. And he takes them to this boat in the middle of freaking nowhere. And so they sail around in the water for a while. On the way there, though, they find a road which someone has broken a bottle on. And, of course, this is an environmental movie. So, of course, the main villain is man! Except, no, because at the end of the film, we find out that man is not as bad as they put out to be, but we'll get there. So, because this glass bottle is just left on the road as the Fairlings go away, this truck with hazardous chemical gas in it hits this, which the driver should be paying more attention. It tips over, and this poison gas goes through applewood, Dapplewood. I don't say if it's applewood, that reminds me of bacon, but Dapplewood, which is, it just says a magical land, unforgettable journey in a land called Dapplewood. And this poison gas comes barreling through, and Cornelius tries to save the Fairlings, but the little badger girl wants to go to her parents, who are now dead because of the gas. Everyone else get the fuck out. Everyone else gets the fuck out of there, but the two, her parents die, and then she gets sick. She doesn't die, she gets sick. So the other Fairlings, the three little kids, not the grown-ass adult, because he may or may not have rheumatism, so he stays behind to take care of the little girl, his niece, while three little Fairlings, go to get what they need. On the way there, they come across a funeral procession for a little child who's stuck in the quicksand, and so he's just gonna die. They're having a funeral procession, getting ready the funeral for this kid who has not yet drowned. Abigail comes along and helps pull him out, and then they celebrate, and it goes away. It's like a big alligator moment. It's like it there, doesn't come back again. Who cares? Then they have this thing with an owl while trying to get the stuff they need, and then they build the friggin' flying machine. Three little Fairlings build the life-size flying machine, something an old-ass badger couldn't even do. And they find their way back. And the music in this is fine. The animation is pretty good. It's Hanna-Barbera, so that's pretty good. Although, I will say, like, the animation looked great at the beginning of this, but when they meet the other people and the kid's gonna get buried, whatever, or drown in the quicksand, whatever, it looks very weird. That's when you could tell that it was Hanna-Barbera. Like, they just didn't give a crap for that part. I don't know. But it looks fine. So, after this, they get back, and they deliver the herbs for the little girl, and, you know, she's alive, and we once again hear, "Great honk!" What is that? And then, now, after everything is done, well, there's this one thing where man comes, and the mole, Edgar, ends up naked for some reason, and captured in a cage, but he's let go. And that's when they're starting to think, oh, well, maybe man's not that bad. So, you have an environmental animated film for kids, where most of these environmental films frame man as the villain. The next film I'm going to talk about also does that, and also kind of does this too, because not total villains. They try to say not all of man is bad, and that's true. Not everyone is bad, but they let him go. Great honk, and yeah, and then this is what really was like a middle finger to this little girl. So everyone starts to come back, and the little girl says, everyone's parents are coming back. And the badger, her uncle, mind you, says, not everyone. You prick. That's like saying, nope. Your parents are fucking dead. Yeah, Abigail's father comes back, Edgar's mother. But, at least the little girl still has her uncle. It's fine. This movie is fine. It's not as good as I remember, but it still, holds up decently, I guess. I'll give it a 6. I think it's fine. James Horner did the music for this. Executive producers William Hanna and Paul Gertz. Based upon characters and concept created by Ray Lambert. Directed by Charles Grosevenor. I don't know. Came out in 1992. That's the scene I'm talking about. This little bird stuck in the fucking quicksand here. I'm trying to get my face out of the way. Right there. And then just plop him out with the piece of wood there. But yeah, as far as environmental animated films go, it's fine. It's not as good, probably, as the best well-known environmental animated film, which will be my next review. So make sure to watch for that, and also make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. We'll see ya. What was that?